Hello, just testing my sound to see if it's working properly. Yep, there we go, and we are live. And if I move around on the screen, as you can see here, we are driving the beautiful Scotrail Class 68, starting here at Edinburgh, driving around the Fife Circle via Glenrothes. Yes, along the way we'll be calling at Haymarket, Edinburgh Gateway, Dalmeny, North Queensferry, Keithing, Rosyth, Dunfermline Town, Dunfermline Queen Margaret, Cowdenbeath, Logelly, Cowden, Glenrothes with Thornton, Kirkcaldy, Kinghorn, Bentisland, Aberdour, Dalgetty Bay, Keithing, North Queensferry, Dalmeny, South Gyle, Haymarket, and Edinburgh. So yeah, let's just get the train started. Say hello to everyone. Hello to Dean I'll just say Dean, if you don't mind, and Essex Mainline. I see you've changed your channel name, very good. Hope you're doing well. I'm not feeling the best today, I've got a bit of a cold, but I don't think I've got the virus at the moment. Departing out now is a Scotrail Class 385 bound for Dunblane. That's just going on to the Glasgow lines, and we should overtake it before we arrive at Haymarket. I do love the 68. I had to set an alarm for this. It's good to know that people enjoy the streams. Whoa, what are you doing? You're walking on the track just there. Anyway, we're now ready to start, so I'm going to release the brakes. It's got a weird braking system. It's just got the release hold apply braking system like on the 66s. And we're ready to depart for our next stop at Haymarket. You can't really see the cloud, but you'll see it later on. We get police down, yeah, definitely. I mean, she can't have been suicidal because she was floating. I'm sure it's Jesus. We'll never know. I mean, we go slightly away from the main line here, going along one side of the track. I've seen this done before. Yeah, I hope you feel better. As I'm running in, we have a Scotrail Class 380. This, I believe... Oh, it's also coming from Dunblane. Or should I say 385? I'm just about well enough to do this stream. I was considering cancelling it, but thought it wouldn't be a good idea because I already set the stream up. You should do a First Great Western Class 43 service on stream. Oh, definitely. I do like the 43. I'll write that down. In Paddington to Reading, maybe. The acceleration on the 68 is amazing as well. We have a 6-car train today, so at some stations it's going to be quite hard to stop, but hopefully it won't be too bad. I was doing HSD service on Trains in World 2020 this morning, actually. Oh, I could do it in Trains in World 2020, as I do have the Paddington to Reading and that, but that's only in the GWR livery. Yeah, but you can hear the Dunblane service which I've overtaken. Standing here on platform 1, we've got a service going from Dundee to Edinburgh. I recommend turning on a cab light, yeah. We've got a few more tunnels to go. And the Dundee to Edinburgh service is off. Oh, that was not good. Yeah, the braking on this train does. Still haven't really got used to it. We have the XDRS coaches as well. One of a couple of Scotrail coaches. I've seen that before. I saw 268s when I was filmed at Edinburgh back in February. And just as well, because Scotrail were planning to keep them until 2021, I think, but due to the coronavirus pandemic, they put it back to DRS. There's this game on Roblox called Snow Hill Lines. As a testing version with some good trains on it. Yes, I have heard about Snow Hill Lines. Definitely have looked at that at some point. Haven't really played it before. Right, anyway, off we go. Next stop is Edinburgh Gateway. It does have lots of variety of stock. I assume that's based around the Snow Hill Lines in Birmingham. You see here we've got the lines toward the West Coast Main Line, which goes down towards, well, you know where the West Coast Main Line goes, ultimately to London, but also to Carstairs as well. It is diverging off to the left. It's also the junction for the Shotts line just down there. And on the right is Haymarket Sprinter Depot. You can see we've got a few 170s and a 156 here. Oh, 75 Robux. I don't really have Robux at all. As passing now, we have a service going from Glasgow Queen Street to Edinburgh. Definitely have a look at that sometime, definitely Snow Hill Lines. Passing a few tram stops along the way, I couldn't tell you the names of them. Here we have a Scotrail Class 170 going from Inverness to Edinburgh. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the Class 380 now. I don't think they really look that nice. I prefer the 385s. It looks like it's been punched in the face. And so does the 385 as well. But at least I just prefer it, I don't know why. And there was a nickname for the 365s, not the 365s, the successor to the 365s. There is a nickname for the 385s called Blue Bottles, because they kind of look like blue bottle flies and they are blue. Which is quite funny. We have just diverged off from the main Edinburgh to Glasgow line and we are now on the Fife Circle. Also, we have yet another Scotrail Class 170 going from Glenrothes to Edinburgh, running by Cowdenbeath, which is the way we'll be running today, clockwise. Oh yeah, one of them's had a fault already. Now passing South Gyle, we'll be stopping here on the way back. It's had door problems and it's been sent down to Ilford already. It's like on its... When did they come into service? Thursday. This is Edinburgh Gateway, quite a new station. Opened in 2010 or 2012, I think, and it's the closest station to Edinburgh Airport. You could get a tram from here. 745s are magnificent, I agree with you. They're the best trains at least running in the south of the UK. I would like to try out the 397 sometime, but with all the stuff that's going towards the north, well, because there's like I mean, it's going down considerably in the north now. Yeah, alright. Mind, we can recover. We've got tons of stations left. Yeah, they are really nice trains. I really feel like the Great Eastern Main Line needs a speed upgrade though, because the maximum speed across the line is like across the entire line is 100 miles an hour. And 395 Javelin, a favourite of Trainsim on this channel. I do love the Javelin. I felt back in August I was considering doing a trip report, but from Ashford to Ebbsfleet, I felt that the journey was too short and there wasn't really much to report because it doesn't really have much facilities. Right, the next stop is Dalmeny. Come on. I shut the train down, didn't I? There we go. You sorted yourself out now? Yeah, there we go. As you may be able to see, we do have Edinburgh Airport on the left. I've seen some of the Norwegian 737 Maxes were parked up here when I passed through here back in February. Oh, I really need to go to Rainham at some point. I was considering going there back in August when I was going to combine it with Barking. But he made the silly mistake of leaving my SD card at home. So I went back a few days later, and then I did the high-speed one. Oh yeah, next weekend we'll be out of lockdown. I do have a day off on the Monday afterwards, so I could head down there then. I could do some train spotting in North London and just get like a day travel card. So I could do it on Monday, or I could do it on a Saturday, depending on my schedule. And plus, I've had 3 people, possibly 4 in my year that I've had tested positive for COVID, and there's about a third of the year left, so it's looking kind of bleak. So if I'm told to self-isolate, I'll self-isolate. I won't. I will confirm where I'm going on Sunday next weekend. If you do go Saturday, will be better. Saturday works for me as well. Think of buying this any good? What do you mean? You're thinking of buying this. It's a great route. Yeah, Saturday works fine for me. So thinking of doing Stratford, Rainham, and then possibly Gospel Oak, something like that. But it really depends on the situation at school. Yes, Train Sim 2021, great game. Do buy it. It's highly recommended. Nearly overrun there, but we have arrived about 30 seconds early, which is lovely stuff. And as you can see up ahead, we have the beautiful Forth Bridge. I could do Rainham or Stratford as long as I have the right amount of money on me. Or you could just get a day travel card. I mean, day travel card, that'll probably be what I get if I do go. Steam has some bad reviews of Train Sim 2021. Yeah, it can be a bit glitchy sometimes, but the driving experience is really good. It's really customizable. You've got lots of routes. It's £4.85 for a child return to Stratford from Basildon. That is pretty good. And then I don't expect a ticket from Stratford to Rainham to be particularly much more. If CTC are diverting through Stratford, that'll make things so much easier. It's £8.60 for a travel card, yeah. Depends what zones you go in. Next up, North Queensferry at 10:10. Reports have come of trespassers on the railway in the Cowdenbeath area. Stay vigilant. Of course, I put this in myself. This will be very interesting. We're crossing the Forth Bridge. Speed limit is 50 miles an hour. I haven't filmed at Stratford in over 2 years now. I remember when I was here, I stood just on this bank. In fact, it was somewhere about here, and then you could see the trains going over. I have a video on my channel of the Forth Bridge. I made an entire documentary talking about it. Oh, that is like the nicest view. The further forth we have the Queensferry Road Bridge, I think it's called, which is now closed because of questions about its structural integrity, so there's another one that's being built. It's the further forth, which is the natural border between Lothian and Fife. Oh, hi Josh. Yeah, I didn't send you a message on Messenger about this, because I thought Tom was going to join. I mean, Tom was, his channel's Fife Transport videos, or was it Fife Public Transport videos, something like that. He was going to join me today, but he can't join today due to personal reasons, which is kind of sad. Once I arrive at North Queensferry, I'll call you on Messenger, alright? May have overdone it a tiny bit. As we do have a Scotrail class 158 going from Glenrothes to Edinburgh. Sadly, I'm only available for spotting on weekends. Yeah, I usually aren't either. I'm usually not available on weekdays, but oh, yeah, I'm usually not available on weekdays, but because it's the day off, and I thought I might go train spotting then. But if you are planning on going to Stratford on the Saturday, then that should work with me. Let me just pause the stream for a bit. Let's get call Josh. What date? What date is next Saturday? I think it's. Hi Josh.
I thought you was on call with.
What date is next Saturday? Oh, it's next Saturday.
Oh,
Oh, you're right. I can't really hear you that well.
oh sorry, I'm just trying to train up a little bit.
I'll just turn my sound up.
Can you hear me
Can't
now?
hear anything at all. Can't even the in-game sounds. That's why I can't hear the 68. I'm trying to book it out. So Wednesday's the 2nd, so it'll be Saturday the 5th. But is there a way to contact you at short notice? Because there is a chance that I might not be able to go if we are told to self-isolate.
What's this about?
Um,
Going back to Stratford, isn't it?
yeah, I was planning a trip to Stratford and Rainham.
Stratford and Rainham.
Yep,
What Rainham is?
Rainham C2C.
Oh yeah, I'll get to that. I'll see you, man.
Comfortable over the phone? I do have your Instagram, don't I? So I could DM you on that.
As you can hear in the background, I'm playing Supercar. So I've got nothing else to do. As my train simulator is still broken,
I'm really not sure what the problem
what
is.
to suggest really.
Have you got in contact with the dudes at Steam?
They never contacted me. I sent it back Monday. They never got back to me, so it took them. I haven't heard from them for a whole freaking week.
Oh, it's speeding a bit. It's not good. Looking really well, ranking up a lot of points, so. That shouldn't be much of a problem despite ripping on through. Oh, we're running a bit late. Well, so arriving us now, we have another Scotrail service going from Glenrothes to Edinburgh, running by Cowdenbeath as well.
Was that the AP 170 or was it?
Yep.
Oh, it's very cold outside. I can feel it now. Shaking.
We're now arriving here at the Keithing. It's the junction for the main line through Kirkcaldy and then the loop round Cowdenbeath. So you've got the feather there telling us that we will be diverging off to the left. Yeah, we are about a minute late here, which is really annoying. We should make up that time. We've got about 3 minutes late over at Glenrothes, so we should, if we're not 2 minutes late by then we should make up the time, but just being a minute late, it's normal.
Should make up time.
I reckon we
I
can.
don't see why we shouldn't.
We're going to get quite a big penalty though. I think we might lose a bit of points.
For some strange reason, I put a notification saying that you was live streaming at 4, and for some reason I got it 20 minutes after you started.
Might have been, yeah, the problem with your Wi-Fi maybe.
I don't know. I mean, there's no issue with the Wi-Fi, it's just...
I don't know, I have that problem. Sometimes the notifications don't show up. Next up is that Rosyth. This used to be the site of a pretty big BR refurbishment works. It's where the 159s were refurbished. But no, I don't think there's much that remains here.
Imagine if they'd done a route from London Waterloo to Exeter St David's and Salisbury. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Don't you agree, Charlie?
Pardon?
Don't you think that thing should do a scenario? Should do a route from London Waterloo to Salisbury and Exeter St David's?
Oh, that'll be quite good. We'll make an
And
extension.
Bristol as well. Don't forget about Bristol. Yeah.
Made up time already.
Do you know something weird, Charlie?
What?
I was at that Raymond yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I was expecting to see a EWS 92 going to Dolan's Small from Whipple Lane, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She was going by the HS1 line, and it said she was due at 13:04. I was there from 12:55 until 13:40, and she never turned up.
Was it activated?
But
Was it running?
she ran through Raymond about 2 hours early.
Oh wow.
Showing no report, even though she left Whipple Lane dead on the minute she was supposed to leave. which to me that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it might have been a halving thing. It may have had to, or it might just have left.
It won't diverted anything, it just didn't show where it was.
Or maybe it had to stop somewhere and then just pass straight through the area.
Maybe.
They do that sometimes.
There's no other way it can go from Liverpool Lane all the way to Ashford. Can it?
Yeah, 2 hours early. There might be a slight problem. What is that?
Is it something with the loco?
Just put it in the chat. I hope you haven't got a message from your school telling you need to isolate. Next stop, Dunfermline Town at 10:22. Please be attending to the incident just after Cowdenbeath. The train in front is being held. Be careful not to incur any delay.
What's this? Last week I went to London and on the C2C app it said there was no services going in Bahrain. I don't know if it's changed.
I'll just check that really quick for next Saturday.
I'm going to check right now.
I mean, High Speed 2 should still be running.
It might be engineering works, that's the thing. But could be wrong.
Rainham Essex to it, not Rainham Kent.
There's trains definitely running.
Hey, C2C, I've got the train workings.
Yeah, but
On time trains.
Yet.
On time, date is it's the 5th. At around, I'll just go anytime just to see if they're running. Oh no, it's buses. There's buses between Upminster and Grays next week.
What day are you planning to do it?
Saturday. I'll see if they're running on Sunday.
Well, next Saturday?
Next Saturday there's buses.
Oh yeah.
That Sunday there's buses as well.
Yeah, I recommend you don't do Rainham. If that's the case, unless you're doing it on weekdays, then yeah.
Oh, that's really annoying.
I don't know what to suggest really. It's not worth doing Dapping Dock either, because that's a great price C2C as well.
Yes, I am in year 10.
There's no trains to Liverpool Street on the 5th either.
Not, wait, on the Great Eastern Main Line, nothing out of Liverpool Street.
Hang on, there's no C2C going into Liverpool Street, so...
Oh, no C2C, alright.
But there is definitely trains going out and in from Liverpool Street. It's just no C2C diverts.
It just makes our life a bit harder. Because it means we can't get a direct train. I mean, obviously we're not going to be able to get a direct train from Upminster
My
to
recommendation is doing Romford instead.
Romford. Could do Romford,
Yeah.
or I could do Upminster. I've never filmed at Upminster before.
Could do 3. There's a 10:20 service.
Is that the one that had the problems with its doors?
Yeah, that was 5 and 5 and 5 and 7. Even though that was only in service for like 2 days.
That's ridiculous. The 745s had door problems, didn't they, when they were first introduced? So did the 710s.
Yeah, but they fixed that issue with the 720s. I don't know what is going on, because they've been on test since, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. Why did they break as soon as they enter passenger service? It's ridiculous.
That's stupid.
We've made up our time.
The announcements on the 710s are a bit similar to the 745, but it's a bit different. That's what I've heard so far.
Sorry, did you answer my question? My laptop is being really laggy. Yes, I am in year 10.
So am I.
Yes, we're both in year 10.
That's scary.
Scary. It might be my internet. My internet's been a bit patchy. It's exporting at a ridiculous resolution.
Let me see if there's anything special for you next Saturday, I think it is, isn't it?
Next stop is Dunfermline and Queen Margaret.
Did you say you was going spotting next Saturday, did you say?
Next Saturday, I think, yeah. Hopefully.
I'll be down Southend.
Upminster or Romford? Oh, we could do both. That could be quite a convenient way to get up there.
Another good spot could be South Church. There's a foot crossing after Fort Bay.
South Church? Where's that?
Just after Fort Bay, heading towards Sheerness.
Oh, it's in the South End. That's completely out of my range, I
You
think.
can do that because that's what I'm doing, along with Rayleigh in Southern Victoria. It's your decision at 6 main on if you want to take a bumper with it as well.
See the plan. I'm just a bit worried about the situation at school.
I'm just going down there by bus. I'm only using train partly, but only just down to Fort Bay, so I can go to that foot crossing maybe. I haven't planned yet, but after I've done like spotting or anything, I'm going to do some bus boarding and go down Venture Island for a few hours or something. I'm going to quickly send you a video on Messenger, Charlie. It's a very cracking train I got yesterday. It was from a 395. It was 395025 for Margate. I mean, if you did do Upminster or anything, well, staff are not always nice at Spockers, to be honest.
At Upminster?
Yeah, they're picky, I'd say.
Yeah, some of Greater Anglia stations are a bit picky. I mean, Upminster's not Greater Anglia, you know.
I know a few stations are picky. Rayleigh, they don't ask.
I assume because you like Rayleigh's understaffed.
Peterborough is another good station. No staff normally ask about what you're doing. The only staff who are there are cleaners and ticket people. Southern Victoria, yeah, they're a bit picky most of the times because they're dispatched then.
Yeah, when I went to Southend, I was told to move platforms because they needed room for the RHTT. I don't know why they'd need room for the RHTT, but
I don't know why they can't put it in the siding next to the station.
That's weird. It came on platform 1, didn't it?
Yeah, I know stuff.
It's passing through now.
It just doesn't make
58,
sense.
going from Cowdenbeath. The incident is cleared, but the train ahead is about 17 minutes late. So I believe at this point it's just arriving in at Cowdenbeath. So you need to be watching those signals.
Wait, did you add a cancel service in English?
Yeah, we should see it in Thornton Yard later. It got cancelled between Cowdenbeath and this is a real-time thing. It got cancelled between Cowdenbeath and Glenrothes because of trespassers on the railway.
Of trespassers, did you say?
Yeah, that was on real-time trains when I made this scenario last week.
Oh, bloody hell.
In reality, this train actually got terminated at Cowdenbeath as well, but I didn't want that to happen.
Where does this 68 terminate? If it's like a circular train.
It usually does Edinburgh to Edinburgh, and it goes around in a loop, sort of round Cowdenbeath and then Kirkcaldy.
Like, does it stay at Cowdenbeath somewhere for longer if it's like a terminus or anything?
I don't think 68s terminate at Cowdenbeath. You don't really see 68s anymore.
Is there a change of location for the spotting?
Now Stratford, Upminster and Romford is fine with me.
It's a shame you can't come down to Southend with me, Tyler.
Yeah, my parents wouldn't let me. No, we can't really go to Rainham because there's buses.
Yeah. The only good days you can do it is weekdays or weekends. There's no engineering work. Because I lived in C2C and I had to encounter them most of the times. Like one time I was just heading up to my grandparents for a few days and we had to take a replacement bus from Langdon to Upminster to get a London Overground. Because C2C weren't running tune.
It's Romford on the GA line. Yeah, it is, but there's like a nice little London Overground shuttle between Upminster and Romford.
It's served by 710 at the moment because there's no 315s.
Because I have to get a bus, blah blah blah, and then return to Romford. Should probably would work. If you are filming at Stratford, then you might need to get a ticket there as well, but I'm not entirely sure yet.
I live near you at 6 Main Line. To be honest.
Yeah, because you live in Paladin as well, don't you? Yeah, generally the bus is cheaper than the train. Yeah, I'll send you details. I'll send you. What the hell?
What?
Women just walked onto the walked right across the tracks.
What the hell? That's weird.
At Mac at Edinburgh as well.
I think that's like a train simulator bug. Personally, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't think the ground's a solid object. Oh yeah, I'll let you know on the schedule as soon as credible. I'll create a.
It depends what time you're doing those stations, because, you know.
It's cool to be meeting with my favourite YouTuber. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I really hope so as well. I really don't want to be stuck at home. Everyone says they'd rather be at home than at school, but I just like the freedom of being able to go to school, really. it doesn't work out, then hopefully we can arrange another day over the Christmas holidays, perhaps. Right, the next stop is Logelli at 10:38, but we do have quite a sharp curve and hence a first mile an hour limit just up ahead. I haven't been on the Fife Circle north of Cowdenbeath. This is where Tom would come into play with his knowledge. Because I think his local is Cooper. Oh, we have a 20, wow. Cool, that's good to know, I'll write that down.
When you spot a slap, you need to ask staff for permission to film now.
Yeah, usually when I go to Greater Anglia stations now, so that when I went to Southend Victoria, I just check with the staff to make sure it's okay if I film them. Most of the time they're perfectly fine with it, except Tottenham Hill, but Tottenham Hill's... Don't get me started on Tottenham Hill.
Tottenham Hill, I don't want to be in the wrong mind about what happened there.
Or Ilford.
Or Ilford, or...
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I probably won't be doing anything if I like meeting up with anyone over Christmas, because it's just a bit too risky, really. As in, I won't be meeting my family, but I should still be able to do some filming. So I only have one more video as part of my backlog, and that's from Hatfield. That should be uploaded tomorrow.
I've cleared most of my storage, but not as much, because I need to clear some storage for the next server. So I haven't uploaded to that one now.
Never go to Vintage Street.
Yeah, I think he said that in the previous stream, I think.
All London Liverpool Street is owned by Network Rail, and they don't like rail fans.
Well, when I've been to Liverpool, they look fine.
Well, you know, Billy, he told me when we went to Bethnal Green back in August that he had a proper fist fight with like the Bombardier guy on the platform. Because he told him he couldn't film.
Well, I know a couple staff that Liverpool Street and Stratford, so...
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't call the BTP, to be honest. I would. He got kicked out of it for spotting. I don't really like spotting at the big stations inside London, because the staff are very curious about that. And we're now arriving at Logelli, which has staggered platforms.
Oh, just like Liverpool.
Yeah. There we go. Train should be now still on the platform. Just gonna pause the game for a minute, hang on. Oh, that's so kind of him. I just have to mute my microphone for a couple of minutes. Or it won't be a couple of minutes, it will be about 30 seconds. So that's
Stay at certain stations for like 3 minutes or so.
sorry about that. I'm back. Paddington, they're quick. I could go to Paddington. You were there for the 2019 final HSTs out of Paddington. I didn't make it then.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there as well.
Yeah. Very good tones, and it hurt my ears most of the time.
At least 1,000 people on platform 1 to see the flying banana go.
Jeff Marshall was there.
Did you see him?
Yeah, I actually saw him there. I saw him a couple times.
Arrived a bit early. Next up is Cowdenbeath.
The platforms I was filming on was 4 and 5, and 2 and 3.
Uncle Joseph DW and went to say goodbye to his HST. The HSTs definitely will be missed. It's good they're being preserved on the routes near Bristol there. Oh, we're about to overspeed, that's not good. Oh, we're about to overspeed, that's not good.
Definitely.
Oh, we're about to overspeed, that's not good. Virgin Trains got rid of them ages ago and got free 90 Lidos. Yeah, Virgin Trains did used to have HSTs at one point on the West Coast Main Line, did they? They call it Branson's Baby, that's a funny name. Shame because Virgin lost the franchises for both the East and West Coast Main Lines. Yeah, I saw that one as well, I think. It's like a short video advertising the 390. Trains that have own wheels still would be good on the channel.
And wheels don't like transporters.
I had a feeling that they didn't, but South Kenton definitely.
South Kenton, they don't like tones, but they're alright with spotting.
You have about 2 minutes at Glenrothes. We have easily made up time just because of the amazing acceleration on the 68s. Next up, Glenrothes. Upon arrival, we may have to wait for the train in front to go to the ECS to the sidings, yes.
What was that message saying?
She's saying that before arriving at Glenrothes, we're going to have to wait for a bit because there's a, you know, the service that got cancelled at Cowdenbeath that has to go into the sidings.
Oh,
This new video is from the Benfleet foot crossing. There's a whistle board just outside the station, so it's good for turning side definitely.
yeah. Every train turns up there.
You can get good views from foot crossings.
Yeah, that's the good thing. Because I'm going to foot crossing next Saturday.
There's not really many foot crossings near me. I think the nearest one to me is actually on the Cambridge to Royston line. And that's AC, the 387 go past every day.
There's no 387s in service for what's out at the moment.
At the moment, no, then, I assume it's because of the lockdown. Hopefully they'll start again soon though.
Well, South Church, which is in between South and East and Port Bay, you get some good views. And I recommend you going there.
I think you need to go back to Southend. There's a lot of interesting things there.
There is an RHTT running on the day I'm doing it. It's the box 1 to box 1.
Let's see in a minute. It's that one.
It's replacing the DRS RHTT because it's going on Saturdays. Okay, it's my mum.
Yeah, we will be arriving on platform 1 at Glenrothes, which is the other track. So we will need to cross over just before the station. We don't seem to have to wait for the 170 to go into the siding, so which is good, so timetable that correctly.
Is that the same for the scenario you created for the Peterborough service?
Yes.
Wait, a service got cancelled.
Well, a couple of services got cancelled. I took a picture of it on the real-time trains thing on the day that I was doing it.
What, LNER or Great Northern or Thameslink?
It was a Thames link that got cancelled between Welwyn Garden City and King's Cross. Not sure why.
Are you stuck behind it?
No, it's just for switching track. That lovely stuff. There's the fella.
The cancelled service that is mentioned in the scenario, is it a 170?
Yeah, it's a 170. Again, new face cover. There are some very good train face coverings. There is an Millennium 800 one. There's a Avanti one as well.
Wait, why are you on the wrong side of the track?
That's how it's timetabled.
Is it? Is it because that 170?
I'm not sure. Does it go single track south of Glenrothes? Yes, it does. Oh, that's why. You can see here. Oh, whoops. That was an accident. Yes, this is the terminus. No, we go back to Edinburgh now, except it's by a different route.
Sim.
Apologies, sorry about that. I'm back now. Just going to get myself some food. And we will be waiting here for another couple of minutes or so. Yes, as soon as the stream finishes today, I will create the plan. and we can agree locations. We can agree times. The next stop will be Kirkcaldy, which is just the next stop down the line.
Just waiting at a station for a long while.
Yeah, it's just. In reality, this would be a driver change. That's why it sits there for so long.
Ah, it's a driver change. Let me see. I don't get why people have to stand at somewhere for a driver change. What if the driver's waiting there? And there's no point waiting. Yeah.
So,
Are you driving the AP68 pack?
no, this isn't. I don't have the AP68, but that's quite high on my list of things to. Next up is Kirkcaldy in just over 5 miles. So you head down the
Indeed.
beautifully scenic line.
Was there anything special at Edinburgh?
We should see a Transport line 350.
What AP?
Yes. Yeah, the 68 looks really nice, particularly if RW announced one holes and flag there.
I'm just gonna check for any London North Western Railway Class 319 workings that run from London Euston.
They do usually do train services.
They do in Northampton. Well, I'm just saying.
The C2C line past Langdon, it's really scenic from the windows. I would like to travel on that. Oh, is that a spad? Yes, it is. But we have requested to pass the signal at danger, just as when I did that. And we should have access. I'm just going to save just in case, because you know me.
Oh, we know you well.
Pressing tab, pressing tab, pressing tab. Lovely stuff. We're through.
We free. I want to break free.
Oh no.
Hold on, I'm singing the whole song.
What the hell? We're going on the wrong line.
Okay, that's weird. Recent set that to be on the wrong line.
Just gonna have a look.
I'm sure you're following this service. I'm sure.
Oh, we cross over just before Kirkcaldy. Alright, we can accelerate to 80 miles an hour now. It's just a bit cancerous that we're driving on the wrong side of the line.
It's only going to be for a little while.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything coming in the other direction either. I mean, I did put a LNER HST, but that's still waiting at Kinghorn, so it should be. Well, they'll get hell for us because we have special.
We have priority.
We have priority. We have a 9-head code. Well, no, we don't have a 9-head code. We have a 2-head code, and technically the LNER will get priority, but just for the stream's sake.
Oh, I found the Class 319 working. 0739 Vet Street to London Euston. 2 Bravo 14, platform forward. Leighton Buzzard, Berkhamsted, Canning Hampstead, Watford Junction, camera was like Bank of London was connected by route 32.
I really helped me to calm myself, and they're just really good quality videos. Thank you very much for that.
Then it goes to Camden Carriage Sidings.
It's good that you enjoy my videos.
Where's this one come from? Oh, it comes from Brent, okay.
Thank you very much for watching the video. It's not over yet, but yes, just thank you for watching.
Okay, that's good.
Because I would not have the inspiration to continue making videos without all your support. What the hell? Oh, right.
I'm trying to find any working that do from Euston to Northampton in the evening.
This is bad. This is very bad.
I think there is one in the evening. I can't remember. Oh yes, there is. 16, 12, 16, 12, 16, 12, 16, 12.
I'm watching that HST very closely.
Oh, it does go to Northampton. Charlie.
Pardon?
Charlie?
Yes, can you hear me?
You have the West Coast Main Line south. You know, the dovetail going from Euston to Birmingham?
Yeah.
Do you have that road?
No, I don't have it. It's definitely on my list there.
Oh, I was about to recommend they scenario because you don't have it.
Yeah, absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think.
It's basically a semi-fast service. It calls at Tring, Cheddington, making buses between Milton Keynes Central, Wolverton and Northampton before going into electric carriage sidings.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with liking trains.
Let me see if there's another service in there.
As long as you're not one of those train spotters that trespass all over the railway, which I'm sure you're not. And you've just put the train into neutral, lovely.
Oh, what's this? No, that wouldn't be it. 321, is it? 2 kilos 27 to Milton Keynes Central. That wouldn't be 350, would it?
It could be a 350.
No, 319. Hold on about. Don't think 319 through Milton Keynes, do you?
I've heard them doing it. Did you see it? No, I didn't see the double-decker bus. Oh, look, she sent that to me.
I'm just trying to look for any 319 workings. No, that's a Desi. Come on, where's these workings? I'm determined to find a 319 working to Milton Keynes.
Here's the HST. I really don't know.
Would this be it? No, that's another Desi.
This is one of the few LNER services that actually start at Leeds and head north.
Is it?
Goes from Leeds to Aberdeen.
Oh yeah, I think it's a once a day service.
Then the HST set goes back down on the 1452 to King's Cross.
Yeah, that'd be right. That's right.
That's a really crowded. That was a really overcrowded Zuma I went on back in February. For the whole, the platform. Right, there we go. Thumbnail time.
Thumbnail time, thumbnail time, thumbnail time. I thought you already have a thumbnail.
Could do a thumbnail. I quite like that one as well. Oh, nice
Thumbnail
try.
at Haymarket. Are you going to change it or anything?
I might change it depending on. Oh, well, they got the dialogue box, lovely. Why did they need to replace the LNER HSTs? They were such good trains. It's probably the HST and the 68 are probably my favourite locos on the railway.
It's a shame that HST that collided into that sumo didn't get recovered outside of Nebrail.
Yeah.
It was sent for scrap, but the 800 was brought back to life.
Could I be part of a stream in the future? Should be able to if we have some sort of voice call. Then I can just have that running in the background like I am now. I'm running Messenger at the moment, but it doesn't have to be Messenger. It can be
What do you think of the new rail cam on Crew?
Oh, the Crew rail cam. It's the best rail cam yet.
It's a shame they're going to take it down soon. Because it's going to be up there for like 24 hours, so.
Let's get the most of it.
I think they're doing something with it. I don't know what they're doing.
Next week's stream will be travelling from London King's Cross to Peterborough. Actually, Hornsey EMUD to Peterborough.
Via London King's Cross.
Indeed. So I'll be very happy for you to join me on that one.
I do know the calling points for Peterborough, so I'm available.
It's just sort of like a cross-platform thing. Yeah, if you look at them for about more than an hour, then it does get kind of boring. Oh, this is the scening part. This is where we run right alongside the coast. It gets even better later on. It's getting laggy. It's got lots of assets to load.
I remember when I went to Peterborough last, I saw a 387 doing London King's Cross.
They sometimes do that. So on Saturdays and Sundays when they operate Peterborough to King's Cross services.
I think that was before Thames's took over.
Oh yeah, they definitely used to do that before. 387s to do everything before the 700s were introduced on the Great Eastern Main Line, on the East Coast Main Line. And we'll be doing it in a 365 next week. Are we going to overshoot? No, we're not. In fact, I don't think that stop could be any more perfect. Yep, that is pretty bang on. Oh, that bridge is really wonky. Oh, whoa, alright. That bridge is really wonky. Or maybe it's just the angle, because there's a
It
little
might be
curve.
just the angle. Dawlish is a very scenic station. It's on the south coast. Also, it's on the GWR and cross-country route to Penzance.
I will definitely go to Dawlish at some point. I've been there once before, back in 2015. But I would definitely like to go there again. I know
So like 5 years ago.
something like that. It's before I started my channel. There's like a really nice. There's a tunnel at the south end of the station. On top of that, there's like a little. It's a cliff face, which has like a really good location for filming at the top of it.
I know you mean.
I could do that in the Christmas holidays, provided we're not in some sort of lockdown again. And plus the fares are very cheap. It's only £47 return in first class.
Over time, don't forget.
Pardon?
Fares do change over time, don't forget.
Yeah.
You know, like the price and all that.
Yeah, because I chose a really early date, so it is probably going to increase. Yeah, the tickets. They're not the cheapest things in the world, but they're good value, I guess.
These stations by myself, I definitely wouldn't be there with the stores. It's over 100 miles away from home. Get grounded for 2 years before going there, definitely.
We are very lucky people to live near London because we have just so much variety near us. It's just more scenery, more beautiful scenery. Oh, here we have another Scotrail service going to Inverness.
Whereabouts is the cancelled service?
Is it what service?
The cancelled service.
Oh, the cancel service went into the sidings ages ago.
Are we near it?
No, that was back at Glenrothes.
Oh, did I miss it?
No, we didn't see it.
Oh. Sad. So we went past it, but we didn't see it.
No, I think it went into the sidings before we arrived.
Wait, then go into silence before you turn it.
Do any of you have any recommendations as to which routes slash trains that you would like to see me drive? Then I'm sure the live chat or the comment section is yours. It's not as pretty as that scenery, but at Hadley Castle we can see the C2C main line and the River Thames. Indeed. The scenery around there is quite nice. Particularly on some of the scenery around in the Rochester area is quite nice as well. You can see all the way across the Canvey Island. I get good views from there, definitely, if it's on uphill. We're now arriving at Bunt Island.
You've already done the HS1, haven't you?
Yes, I have done the HS1. I'm more than happy to do it again though, because it's just such a fun route to drive. We're not quite on the platform. See you in a minute. Should we just stop at Bunt Island? Alright, so we've got about half an hour to go until we arrive at Edinburgh. Stopping at various stations along the way, going back over the Forth Bridge again. London Victoria to Orpington with an AP 465/466. Oh, that's a good one. Or
Good one or not?
that is a really good suggestion.
That can be after the Hornsey to London King's Cross and Peterborough.
Yes, that will be after that. The next station is Aberdare. What's Aberdare? Aberdare. I've heard Tom calling it Aberdare.
Aberdare. I'm at the bar.
Because I sent him some very odd questions on Messenger this morning. Because his microphone on his laptop's broken. That's one of the reasons why I couldn't join the stream today, sadly. Remember, he had to send me very Anglicized spellings or pronunciations of certain stations in the Fife Circle. Hello again. Hope you enjoyed your tea. More pretty scenery. And what better way to enjoy it than the Mark II carriage being hauled by 68. Well, actually, in a bit for Trains in World 2, there's going to, because I'm just reading your suggestion about High Speed 1, there's going to be a Trains in World 2 High Speed 1 route, which is going to be available. Not sure when, but probably by. It will definitely be available probably first half of next year.
That'd be good.
Is there a way we can sort out the details for spotting? Yes, as soon as the stream is done, I'll create a timetable and I'll send it over to you as quick as possible.
Wish I could take part, but I don't think my parents would let me. I do apologise.
Yeah, that's fine. Because London is a bit of a high risk area at the moment. Where's another 170 going to Glenrothes? Which I mistakenly put to Glenrothes via Glenrothes. That's running via Kirkcaldy. As soon as that route comes out, the high speed one, I will buy it and I will stream it immediately.
That I would totally agree on.
No, it'll probably just be us. If that's fine with you. Just about got the hang of the braking on the 68 now. And here we are at Aberdare, which is been named multiple times as the prettiest station in the UK.
Yeah.
It has a team of volunteers which are dedicating to preserving the station, like all these flowers here. Very lovely. Definitely could be a little bit more pretty in Trenton, but it's nice regardless. Anyway, the next stop is Dalgety Bay at 11:19.
What time do we get into Edinburgh?
We get in at 11:48, so in about half an hour's time. Have you seen the face coverings I'm thinking about? Yeah, I saw the picture of them on Amazon. On Amazon? No, on Instagram. Definitely some nice ones. There's some face coverings that have designs of trains on them as well. I'll send you links to them.
I've seen a couple face covering trains, the 395 and 390. Both trains I've been on.
You've been on the 390?
Yeah.
From where?
London Euston to Milton Keynes.
Oh, right, you're lucky. Was it comfortable?
Oh yes, it was. I was on the refurbished Virgin Trains one.
I mean, I think it looks...
Way back, I was on the old livery.
I think the interior on the 390s does kind of look a bit ugly, but the seats are comfy.
They're recommending they're going to add something else to the interior of the 390, I've heard.
Yeah, I saw something about that. I can't remember what it was though.
I think it was called oh god, I literally can't remember now.
They're definitely upgrading them.
They were doing something with the seating, I just can't remember what.
The first class on the 390s is supposed to be really good as well.
I think it's premium class maybe? I don't know.
I'm debating whether I should get a train face covering or not. Maybe for school stick to your black one, and then when you're like train spotting them, possibly you could wear your National Railway.
Unless you have a medical
Double arrow one.
and spit my words out. Medical conditions, you can get a yellow lanyard. You don't have to wear one at all.
Yeah, that's only for exempt.
Yeah, like me, because I've got epilepsy and asthma. With asthma, you can belly up through unclosed mouth.
It's making a weird sound when it's braking, which I'm slightly concerned about. I think we'll have a good stop there. There we go, we arrived early again.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, the acceleration on the 60H is so much better than the 170. In real life, this would be a 170. According to real-time trains, it's 174.09.
A pound.
This is 68007.
Excuse me.
You could do John's Ben
You could do a
968. Oh dear. I don't have the AB pack though, but that's definitely high up on the list.
You can get a reskin for that.
Is there a reskin? Is it on Alan Thompson's sim?
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't need the AB pack for
The
that.
only thing you need for it is the AP68, I think it is.
Oh right, I
It's
don't have the
basically-
AP68.
The rear carriage of a Grand Central 180, but painted in the Transport Express and the carriages as well.
I've seen that one.
That's
More
basically what the reskin is.
strange double-decker buses. So that could be really useful. Have you ever done an Avanti West Coast service? No, because I don't have the West Coast Main Line route, and that's the only route you can get the 390s on now. Because the previous the previous Virgin Trains 390, which you could get Avanti reskins for, that got taken off of the Steam store because Virgin were particularly picky about their trademark, and they didn't like it when they lost the franchise, so they took it off. They told Dovetail Games to take it off the store.
That was on Alan Thompson before the I can't think of the word now. I think it was West Coast Main Line South. It was basically from London Houston to Liverpool Line Street, Birmingham. And there was another part from Wolverhampton to Dudley, I think it was.
It's definitely after Christmas you can expect me to have an increased repertoire of routes. And we're now arriving back at Inverkeithing where we were about an hour ago.
That's scary. What a bunch of loonies.
What a bunch of loonies.
People have been saying Atlantic West Coast will be the most reliable trains on the road. Not only that, a Voyager failed outside Waterbank Quay not long ago, so what makes that?
Yeah. It's annoying.
It was a double pair of Voyagers which were going to Edinburgh. Surprisingly. And you would have thought they would be going up to like, I don't know, Wrexham General, Chester, Holyhead, Birmingham. No, they're going to Edinburgh.
It's a weird route.
They've done it multiple times, in fact.
I remember they did used to do 221s to Edinburgh, didn't I? I remember seeing one back in 2016 at South Kenton.
I don't know why they would send a 10-car Voyager just down to Edinburgh.
It does get quite busy sometimes. This stream you might have done, or this stream might have been one of my favourites you've done so far. I reckon this is probably my favourite stream that I've done so far as well, because it hasn't crashed.
Yet.
Don't say that.
I'm not doing it, sorry.
And then it crashes as soon as we leave, that'll be hilarious.
Oh. It's buffering for me. I don't think it'll be the game that will be crashing, it'll be the stream.
Yep, Wi-Fi is a bit dead. Here is a service bound for Arbroath.
Arbroath! Is it 158? No, it's a 7.
Going up to Arbroath.
Apparently, Alan Thompson has been mentioned that there might be a route from Peterborough and Cambridge to Ipswich.
Recurring line, I did see that.
That'd be a good route to go, isn't it?
It'd be a good route.
Hopefully not be far. There's a 170 or 156. Even better. 156 coupled to a 153.
Or a 6-car 158.
I remember the GAX Northern 322 crash.
Yeah, that was.
I think we all remember that.
That was a very silly thing.
I think it was you that messed up the filter. You put the train on the wrong line.
Yeah, I put the train running through Ilford Depot and it collided with another AI because train sim is not an artificial intelligence to say. Well, it's not an artificial intelligence, it's more of an artificial dumbness, to be honest.
Or you could say reliable.
I've only been subscribed since Trends of Bethnal Green video, but since your live stream has been very entertaining, thank you. This was only supposed to be a temporary thing during lockdown, but I do quite enjoy these. Clumsy, very clumsy. Just think, oh right, I'll put it there, that's the depot, isn't it? And it turned out not to be.
One advice, if you ever go on the West Anglia Main Line next, the London Overground Cross be on some dash sevens or back in the dead.
Let's see, oh, they did the first run today, I think.
Yeah, no, it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
They done the 21-12 to Hertford East.
So it's 317, 710, and then 317, I assume another unit.
I don't know what was paired up with 710 at the time, but they were doing, at the moment, they're doing Cambridge North all day until late evening. So they're gonna turn out Cambridge and they'll be parked up at Cambridge Carriage Sidings.
See
So
a
I've
bit.
been tracking it all day, and it says,
Do you know if they're still in the London Overground livery?
yes they are.
It was still like the branding and stuff that'll confuse a few people.
They've changed the branding logo from London Overground to Red Anglia, but it's in the same livery.
17-7s have had an interesting life.
It's the same interior, not gonna lie.
But
The
they
only
just
thing that
look
has
really
changed
nice.
is the first class bit, which is in the Stansted Express bit. That's the only thing I can say.
Oh, there is first class, and I assume it will be declassified.
It was declassified.
And 317-7s, there's just something so great about them. I just love them.
They're staying until the 31st of May 2021.
I'm sure we'll have lots of time to see them.
Yeah, plenty of time.
There's another train crossing the Forth Bridge. So 170.
That will be 158, hopefully.
Oh no, it's going to Glenrothes.
Please tell me it's a 158. Is it?
No, it's 170.
Another one?
That's just what real-time train says. There's a distinct lack of 158s.
Well, low, 170 is great. Where's the 158 from?
No, 158s don't tend to be that common. I'm not sure why. They're everywhere in the north, but
Glasgow Institute or something.
in areas such as like Edinburgh and Glasgow, you don't see them very often at all.
They just run where they want to run.
I assume so.
They did Glasgow to some, didn't they?
They sometimes do Glasgow to Inverness, but you have to be really lucky if you want to see one of those. And it's usually coupled up with a 170.
Yeah, that could be another bonus.
And once again across the beautiful Forth Bridge. Hello again.
Back again, guess who's back?
It's beautiful.
I just came up with that. That would be over with the Western column. Great.
Yeah, definitely.
Should be over by dead on 6, shouldn't it?
I reckon. Lovely stuff. We're a bit late, but no big deal. We won't lose anything. It's a very nice stop there. Back in Lothian. We'll actually stop at South Carl this time, but we won't stop at Edinburgh Gateway.
Otherwise the doors won't open. That's what I tried to do. Tried to stop at the S-car marker on the route and the front coach wouldn't open.
It's like places like Burnley Arms, you can't get the doors to open at all. Or on the coal line from Inverness to Locos, there's one station that's Bewley.
What, Bewley Road or just Bewley?
It's just Bewley, Beauly. The platform is probably about as long as the room that I'm in right now, so it's not very long at all. It's about 10 meters long. What does S-car stop mean? Actually, I'm not sure. Does it mean supplementary?
Okay.
Why do you use the letter S? It must stand for something. I'm not sure. I'll look that up.
Okay. It says here, you must stop your train at the platform as indicated by the car stop markers where provided, unless you are authorized to do otherwise you must stop your train so that all doors used by passengers are at the platform. I've just googled it, ECML, don't worry. I just answered it.
It's just if a train that, well, the number of cars you have is not listed on the stop boards, then just stop at the S-car stop. Here's a 158. I'm for Cowdenbeath.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. There was one thing I saw in the career area. There was a 170-2. Then it says to Liverpool Romsey, and there was a Cowdenbeath on Central.
That's just funny.
The 37 to Lowestoft.
Oh dear.
Which, to be honest, I found it funny.
We'll shortly be passing Edinburgh Gateway Station. Junction for the tram line. Yeah, this has probably been one of my favourite streams. Great train and great route. Thank you very much to Tom Brown. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below for recommending this route. It's been very good to drive on. Yeah, it's just quite relaxing to drive trains. Must be a good job. I literally just did that as the comment came through because we're passing Edinburgh Gateway.
Can you do a quick turn? Just to make them before.
There's another one. I finally learned how to do the Darth Vader.
Wow. Did you say you don't know how to do it, or have you?
I finally learned how to do it.
Oh, okay.
What the hell? Did you see that truck? Oh no.
No, I didn't really see it.
It just like sort of collapsed.
Lol. I like the tones on certain tones, but rough ones.
Best tones in
You
the
could say
UK.
that.
Undoubtedly, the title goes to the 745 or a 350. If the horns are broken, in which you get a split tone, which is really funny. You get like really high pitched tones. It's quite funny.
Yeah, it sounds like songs on their period. I had one at Bushy once, and when the train has like 5 minutes away from the platform, it went, and funny that it was the train that I just got off from Watford, which, to be honest, I found it very funny.
I like
I just
66
couldn't
tones.
stop
I like
laughing.
66 tones.
It's basically a voice crack.
It's just basically, yeah, it's a voice crack.
I don't know why 350s have that.
I assume they're air horns instead of electrical horns.
66 tones can be alright, but only if they don't earwig you.
Yeah, if they do it right in your face, then
That could be a huge
it's not
problem.
the nicest thing, but they're nice because they echo around everywhere. I got one. We got one at Colchester, didn't we?
Yeah. I just weren't expecting it. Why not?
Yeah. 357 just past my house. You're lucky to live that close to the railway. You can hear the train sometimes near me.
I'm like 5 or 7 minutes away from the station. What are you on about?
The same. You can hear them rattling
Yeah, I
away.
just heard the train as well.
Oh, we did a tone as well. Lovely stuff.
I remember I got a 7 tone from a 3x7. Went bang, 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 bang.
Never got toned by. Oh, we have been toned by 357s, of course, at Bethnal Green.
Yeah. And that was the legend driver I have ever had. Well, I should say 11 legend drivers, I should say, because there's 2 of them. You could say, yeah.
2 drivers. Here we have a Scotrail Class 170 going up to Aberdeen. Do you get any freight travelling along the line through Basildon, Leindon?
Occasionally. There's one on Tuesday, which is the Fern Park reception to Whipple Lane, I think it is, and it's 2:37s. They're due through Basildon about, well, if it takes 3 minutes from the lane, about half past, so.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, most of the tones are 2 tones. We did get a 14 tone from a 387 at Hadley Wood. That was a legend driver. And we're considerably overshooting the speed limit.
Are you speeding?
Yes, by quite a lot. But we will make up the points, which is good. Sometimes it's mostly early morning. I swear under noise regulations you're not allowed to tone before 7 AM or after 10 PM though.
That's funny, because I managed to get tone from a 3x7, which is after 7 AM.
No, as in before 7 AM.
Oh, of course I know that.
Equally line tones are funny as well.
Essex Mainline, can I just say, if you're at Basildon on Tuesday, be at Basildon about 4:30 because there's two coast 37s that are going down to Shrewsbury from Fern Park.
On the Tuesday?
Yep. They run every 2 weeks on a Tuesday.
They're not going past my house. I swear they're not allowed to do that unless it's like an emergency. There's a 158, another 158 going up to there, Fife
I
Circle.
remember I heard 66 at gone 10:30 yinging away at Langdon. It was driving me nuts. It was going ying 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 ying. Like, shut up!
This stupid noise that they make.
And I checked what it was doing, and it was on platform 2 at Langdon, which is the terminating platform.
It was reversing out there. I'm surprised you could hear the noise from...
How can you not hear it? I mean, it's near the railway. Will it pass Benfleet? Yes, it will.
Colas 37s.
Yep.
Fern Park. Oh yes, I remember them. I saw them when I was going up from... when I did my Finsbury Park, Hornsey, Alexandra Palace trip. I saw them in the siding at Fern Park. You see them occasionally.
That's what they're doing. They're coming down from Derby tonight, I think.
And 313 121's been at Fern Park a lot recently as well. You see it now and then. Oh, what's that? There's a 380 coming in. It's forming a service from Glasgow Central to Edinburgh via Shotts.
Edinburgh.
And he's overshot the S car marker, definitely. Look at that. That is an operational error. And he's off straight away. Alright. It didn't even bother to stop to pick up passengers.
Oh wow. Might be an ACS.
And he's got the doors open. He's got the doors open.
You're fired. You're sacked. You're sued.
Definitely would be sued.
That's funny.
Anyway, final stop, Edinburgh.
The 380 stop at Haymarket, then just go at You're supposed to pick up passengers, not leave them behind.
Yeah, Josh, by the way, what time does the Colas 37 pass Benfleet?
Give me 1 minute. Because it passes my bit about 16:26. Let me just check.
Realism at its finest. You see, this is probably why Transom has negative reviews. I mean, I think it's just funny, personally.
It passes Pixie at 16:31, so I don't know. I don't know how long it takes from Pixie to Bentley, so no, probably like 35 most likely.
Pitsy and Benfleet aren't particularly that far away. Wait, does it go from Shrewsbury to... does it go towards Fern Park?
No, it's coming from Fern Park.
Oh, it comes from Fern Park.
It's going Fern Park to Woodley Lane West SOS. It stops at Upper Highway until 15:29.
Right, we'll need to stop this signal.
And it stops at Barking from 15:58 to 16:06 and passes. It stops at Shrewsbury at about 16:55 until something like that. And it goes back down Pitsea, then he'll go through line by London and Grays.
No, the 380's overtaken us, he's finally shut his doors now. We're just
Try
waiting for 170 to park platform 20.
Half past, because that's when the 37s pass Pitsea.
We need to allow a bit of slack because our HTTs are always early or late, they're never on time.
The HTT, I don't know what time that passes. It passes every day, I think it is.
Here's the train we're waiting for, as you can see the 158
But
going
it's
down.
paired up with 735 and 710.
Still waiting for our clearance.
I've seen it a couple times, so once you get to Edinburgh, I need to go because my dinner will be stuck in like 3 minutes.
Alright. I'm just stuck at the red signal at the moment.
So you just heard on the tannoy 5 minutes until the shop.
Hang on, is this? Oh yes, this is the 6 goal 158.
Oh, bloody yeah.
Yep, we got the green now, lovely stuff. You can arrive at Edinburgh about a minute late, but it's no big deal.
No, it's nothing more. Getting into Edinburgh a minute late.
Oh, the clag on the 37s.
Oh, I'm buffering. Or it could be just my end.
Yeah, my internet connection's been really terrible over the past couple of days and I'm not sure why.
Are you just riding into Edinburgh because it says, in my view, you just set that green signal.
If you fast forward like 10 seconds, we'll put the speed on 2 times and you should get to the position where we are.
I'm just going to refresh, see if that does anything.
That should help the situation. I'm currently going through Princess Street Tunnel. I think that's what it's called, the one before. Don't forget to message me in the meantime once it's over, so I need to confirm I'll definitely be able to come. Alright, yeah, as soon as the stream is done, I will begin working on details for the spotting next week. We are at Edinburgh, the final stop for today. With more cursed people walking right alongside the... Oh my god. What the hell are you doing?
What?
You just walked right in front of the train.
Sorry, you're coming after me. What? Wait, did the game crash?
No, we're still here. It's just a dude walked into the platform. He walked straight across the tracks in front of the train. And we're here, 2 minutes late, but no big deal. And yes, that just about sums up the stream for today. I really do hope that you've enjoyed. If you did, then please make sure to press the like button down below and do consider subscribing if you enjoy my content. Further trips will be announced on my Instagram, csmspotting_20. I post all my details on future trips there. That will obviously become a lot more relevant now as we come out of lockdown. So yes, that just about sums up the stream today. Next week will be from London King's Cross to Peterborough, or Hornsey EMUD to Peterborough Class 365. So until then, good night, and I will see you next week.
I'll go there. See you later.
See you.
See ya.
Bye.